Challenge up next, and it's their first time down to Cape Town in a long time, and great to have a big field of cars making the trip, and some great action expected on track as well. The battle at the front, Tasman Pepper fighting with Rory Atkinson and Voldy Monkeys. Class B, it's all about Darren Nathan. He's got a chance of taking overall championship, but he's got to try and fight it out with the current reigning champion, Nick Clark. And of course, down in Class C, there is always action. And there'll also be a welcome return from Lyle Ramsay in Class C as well, so keep an eye out on that. At the front end, Tasman Pepper set the pace, and it's going to be the Comsol car of Rory Atkinson alongside as they head down towards turn 1. Class A starting separately from Class B, and Class B doing the same thing from Class C. As they head into turn 1 though, is it Tasman? Yes, she just squeezes Atkinson out and gets the whole shot. Around the outside, you can see the rest of the field coming through nicely. Harry Potter didn't get a great start there. James Hurley right at the back of the field. A super start from Nick Clark. He leads out into turn 1 with Nathan down in third place in the Bs. Here comes Class C, and it looks like at the front end of Class C, Graham Savage getting the whole shot.
You can see the bat lady there, car number 43. That's Alka van Vletter driving the husband's car this weekend, so he's had problems with his back, so not taking part in the race. We go on board Lyle Ramsay. He's trying to get to the lead of Class C. Will he go on the inside going into turn 2? Later on the brakes, he's going to squeeze on the inside, and a brake check there. You can see him fighting that steering wheel, tires squealing. It's a good drive there from Lyle Ramsay, so now he leads out in Class C.
Now a little bit further up the field, we pick up again on the action in Class A. Tasman Pepper leading things out right now. Voldy Mikey's looking back into the clutches and looking very dangerous, I can tell you. He's going to have his work cut out for him. Devin Piazza Musso is just getting better and better every single time he gets behind the wheel of that Allegiance and Reef Supplies Polo. As they come down onto the braking markers though, Tasman is also feeling the pressure. Rory Atkinson is not letting it have her own way. And there is going to be some action there, I think, at the front end. Class B, it's all about the top 3 right now. And Darren Nathan, Nick Clark and Adrian Wood, local man, having a fantastic dice here. Look how they mix it up in Class C though. Brilliant stuff as the C start to catch onto the back end of the slower Class B cars. And that's what's going to be the big story of this second half of the race.
You can see contrasting styles. A lot of the cars make up the ground down the straights, and then the smaller cars really have to fight in the infield to close on the slightly more powerful cars, especially down in the C class, where there definitely is a huge difference between cars as they're going to turn 1. Yeah, Nick Clark, that's a great battle now. Look at that battle for Class B. Darren Nathan, Nick Clark and Adrian Wood. So watch out for that. You can see tires squealing, smoke pouring off those tires as they're going to turn 1 now. That's Class C. That's our lady driver, Alka van Vletter, doing a great job there to stick in that battle for Class C. Spinner.
Yeah, looks like Sam Dell got it out of shape there, unfortunately, and this pulls onto the sideline, gets back on track very quickly, and heads off, and we got cars off left, right, and centre. In engine corner, Gareth Light got it all wrong there. He didn't like that corner at all, did he? He eventually gets back on track, and I think just slots up into about the mid-pack battle for Class C. It's such a big field of cars here, and of course, this is what you kind of expect when you come to Cape Town. They've got their own local category that runs as Formula GTI. Very similar type ruling, but I can tell you something just as good as action as what you're seeing right now from Brad Pitt Hall.
Oh, Greg, I'm getting whiplash just trying to catch up with all the action on track. 42 cars stream around Killarney track, and what an amazing Killarney, always doing a great job to host amazing racing. And the VWs here out on track now. Wherever you look, there's great racing. You see the Beetle there, that's Derek Smallberger. So great to see a mixture of VWs here, from the Polos all the way down to the Beetles, smashing it out on track and setting really impressive lap times here as we go to the front. Going into turn 2, we've seen some great racing action here. Really is tough to get the car around there. Looks deceiving, that turn. You can really run fast in, but you've got to be careful because the turn does tighten up.
It's the battle for third place we're picking up right now. Devin Piazza Musa, Wayne Masters, James Hurley just off the back of that, so he's not too far away from it. And of course, Voldy Mikey's. Mikey's looking dangerous right now, looking for opportunities where he can find them. Ian Stevenson doing a super job in the second of the Comsol cars to try and keep out the rest of the field. Oh, problems for the leader of Class C. Yes, running wide. Oh, that is massive. Luan Roos, remember, leads the championship and has a possibility of taking the overall championship here in Comsol. And a mistake like that is going to be extremely bad. And he's going to lose out lots of ground and a bit more as the rest of Class C start to get past him.
Yeah, it's pretty much promoted Lyle Ramsay up into first place in Class C, so that's exactly what he would have wanted to see. Car number 3 there in the Comsol car, that's Rory Atkinson getting a little bit wide there. Voldy Monkeys, look how close this is now. The racing action really, he's right in the slipstream now. So the Comsol car where he wants to be, but doesn't look like it has the same pace. Look at that. Is that problems for the car? It looks like he's got gear shift problems because he's definitely losing out down the front straight.
Yeah, a little issue there for Ian Stevenson. Didn't quite get the gear he wanted. Tasman Pepper, though, leaning into the last part of this race, getting away from the rest of the field. Rory Atkinson hasn't had an answer to the pace at the front. Here comes James Hurley. He's now getting through. Oh, he's going to try. Yellow flags. He had to back out of that one. Well done, James Hurley, for seeing that and just backing out of the opportunity. Oh, here comes Gareth Light again. He doesn't like Cape Town. He doesn't like KFM corner either. And it looks like somebody went off in a little bit of sympathy there too out of turn 1.
Right, so in the closing stages now, let's just catch up. It's still Tasman Pepper out front with all the carnage. Atkinson in second, so that's Class A. Class B looks like Darren Nathan on once again. Is that like once again?
No, that's a different car this time. That one is a similar looking car. It's Craig Gammy who got out of shape there, but the two black Polos not having the day that they'd like, that is for sure. Up the inside, that is a little car between first and second place, and just going to help Darren Nathan to the line. The checkered flag is beckoning, so Tasman Pepper should be the first Class A car through. There she comes to take the lead comfortably over second place there, as you can see in the background. In fact, that is RAMSAY coming through for the win in Class C. That's how high up she was able to lap. An incredibly great drive there from Tasman Pepper. Class B going to go to Nathan. He hangs on to beat out Nick Clark to the line. So Tasman Pepper, Atkinson and Valdi Mikey's are your top three in Class A, beating out Devin Piazza Musso and James Hurley, Wayne Masters, Stevenson and Smallberger.
Look at Class B then. It's all about Darren Nathan, Nick Clark, Adrian Wood, Jacques Smith, Dion Holiday Sr., Millie Stewart, Brad Hall, and Dion Holiday Jr. rounding out your top 8.
In Class C, Lyle Ramsay took a win ahead of Savage. Stuart Mack in third place, Christian DeVette in fourth. Wouter Roos not letting his son through this time. Luan down in sixth, Sam Dell and John Pollock, your top 8. We caught up with Lyle Ramsay after a welcome return to Comsol.
Let's call it a terrible start, but I made up for it. Luan had the pace, he could have won, but unfortunately he went off. And at the end of the race, I thought I'd be nice and let the Class A's past me. Went off the road a bit, but I still managed to get the win. I'm very happy with myself.
Top runner in the mid-pack, the lesser vert Polo of Leon Oudendal.
My race was okay. I started 10th on the grid. Unfortunately, I went a little bit backwards. I finished 13th. I didn't have a great start, but we nevertheless had a good dive, myself and Andre CALITZ. I managed to keep him behind me, so Scrappy's going okay. We're working very hard to get the car better, and I just want to thank my sponsors, Lesavert and Golden Era. But I'm enjoying it in Class B of Comsol. It's very competitive, and it's a pleasure to be racing.
One of our long-time campaigners, Gavin Ross, down in pit lane.
It was an awesome race today. I qualified last for a change, and I finished ninth by default actually, because Ian Stevenson broke his pressure plate, so I managed to finish ninth. But I'm here for the fun these days, and I enjoy the Camaraderie Cup of VW Challenge, and that's what it's all about.
Some fantastic camaraderie amongst these guys and girls. There's no doubt that the battles are going to continue now for race number 2, Rob, as they all get ready to rock and roll. The front end, I think, is going to be a little bit different in terms of the way things turn out here. Tasman Pepper's shown her mettle, but I think a couple of guys are now going to go and tweak those cars and make sure that they can run with her and possibly beat her to the line.
Definitely some setup changes happening in the pits. Ready for race number 2. We go on board here with Rory Atkinson. This is a man on a mission. He wants to pick up race number 2 win. Got Tasman Pepper right next to him. Will the lady driver get the whole shot once again? Looks like it's a great start from Rory Atkinson. You can see him chopping the nose off of Tasman Pepper as they're going to turn 1. Will he make it stick? No, Pepper's got the line heading into turn 1. That's exactly what you want.
Much better start from Hurley down in 5th place as well. Looks like Darren Nathan still in 3rd as the rest of Class B come streaming through. And there's a big field of Class B contenders. Lyle Ramsay, what a drop off the line for Ramsay. Votarus trying to sneak through on the inside and around the outside. Savage gets forced onto the dirty stuff and has to go the long way around KFM corner. Looks like a bit of smoke coming from the midfield there. One of the cars might have an issue. Derek Smallberger's got a massive issue. He's gone off an engine.
It's amazing how these 42 cars filter through this track. Really, as I say that, look at this now into turn 2. Someone getting it all kinds of wrong.
Sam Dale out of shape coming into engine corner there, and does everybody get past? Only just. Incredible stuff at the start of this Comsol Volkswagen Challenge Race 2. Class A head down the back straight, and Tasman Pepper starting to open up a little bit of a margin. Can they do anything about the pace that she's found in that Pepper racing machine? We'll have to wait and see. Valdi Mikey's is trying hard. So is Rory Atkinson, who's right on his tail under braking for Cape Town.
You can see Mikey's goes defensive, not allowing Atkinson to go on the inside, so forcing the Comsol man to try and make the move around the outside, but you can do that in the final turn here at Cape Town. Here we go, back on board with Mikey's. It's all about the slipstream now, going to turn 1. One of the favoured passing, overtaking places here for the VW cars. Not close enough though, going into turn 1.
Tasman's got a problem.
Yep.
Tasman Pepper slowing up there. Wow, that is huge. Might have been a gear shift issue or something, but she definitely slowed up dramatically, allowing Valdi Mikey's to squeeze through. Atkinson into 2nd. Now Tasman Pepper under attack. And right on her tail is Devin Piazza Musa as Wade Krause in the King Price insurance car heads into the kiddie litter.
More tyre squealing as they go into turn 1. This is Class B. That's Nick Clark, Darren Nathan and Adrian Wood. They're competing out there in Class B. And we look further down in Class C. Still Lyle Ramsay, the man to beat. But on board there, look at that now. Leon Odendahl with Andre CALITZ. It's a great dice going into turn 1. We go on board now with CALITZ. As we head into turn 2, you can see they use all the road and more. And that's why they love coming down to Cape Town. Really is suited to these little cars. They can use all that power. Coming onto the back straight now once again. It's all about car number 131 there. That's Tasman Pepper. It looks like she's not faulting too much with that mistake. Maybe it's the higher gears that she's struggling with, because now we'll see coming down the back straight. Still more problems. She's losing another place there, so definitely terminal problems there for Tasman Pepper.
Yeah, that's a move up the inside, and Devin Piazzamusa squeezing through the third. Here comes Ian Stevenson, possibly for fourth place as well. Tasman's got issues. The Campos Pepper Racing and Lee Thompson Racing Machine falling by the wayside and being picked off one by one. Nick Clark and Adrian Wood trying to squeeze Darren Nathan, and they do that. Wood moves into second. Clark hangs onto the lead, and Darren Nathan demoted down to third place. A great battle here for what is going to be the win in Class B.
Impressive driving from Adrian Wood. He went on the inside and he got that little VW sideways and managed to hold on though. So you can see him trying to pick up that slipstream. Oh, here we go. Round the outside, but he's got the line. Adrian Wood's got the line going into turn 1. On the inside is where you want to be, but watch this now. Bet your tire. Yep, there we go. The smoke of the tires. Oh, getting it all kinds of wrong. Sideways and taps him. Oh, that is impressive driving to hold on to that.
Well, they come from the same family. Unbelievable. Nathan runs in the Volkswagen Jettas. This is his brother Darren, and it's just as good driving coming out of him. Woody and him are going side by side. Wing mirror and wing mirror. Yeah, they come down towards engine. Adrian Wood this time hangs onto the inside line. Super driving, but watch for the cutback. Sneaking up the inside. Darren Nathan returns the favor. Great dicing for Class B.
Oh, look at the 3 wheels half the time there. So the 4 wheels not even on track, and this is Class C. That's our man Odendahl once again. That's Craig Gammy right on his tail, so much better drive from that man. We saw him get it wrong in race number 1, but getting it all kinds of right in race number 2.
Savage now. Oh, there's a spinner in front of him. I think that might have been a mistake from Rus. Yeah, he's run wide and gone off track. Elke van Vletter now on the back end of Graham Savage. This is for second place. These two going to fight hard. They're still fighting for overall championship and for Class C championships as well. As Van Zyl gets sent by the side and down into Malmesbury. That is not the way you want to go off in Malmesbury. Fortunately, he stayed on the wheels. A lot of times you end up in that kitty litter and the dirty section of Malmesbury. You can roll a Polo there. We've seen it on many occasions.
There we go, on board once again with our race leader now. That Tasman Pepper has dropped down, so still doing a good job. And Rory Atkinson at the moment cannot find a way past. You can see him faking to the inside, but he's not going to make that stick there. This is Class B. It's still all about Nick Clark, Adrian Wood, and Darren Nathan. So they're side by side now, coming onto the front straight.
Clark and Nathan got a drag to the line. Adrian Wood giving us a great view of it from behind for third place as they go across the line. Is it going to be Woody? No, it's not. It's going to be one of the two ahead of him. Is it going to be Nathan, though? Can he hang on? Nathan comes across the line. Yo, just! I think Nick Clark might have just pipped him to the line. We'll have to wait and see on that one. And here comes Lyle Ramsay. Great day in the saddle for Ramsay, beating out Graham Savage and the Bat Lady for second and third place as they're going to come across the line now for Class C honours. Ramsay's back. He's back in Class C where he needs to be, and a double victory on the day is certainly going to pump him up.
Yeah, fist pumping his way to the victory there, but in Class A, it's all about Valdi Mankies, Rory Atkinson, Devin Piazzamusa, Ian Stevenson, James Hurley, and Wayne Masters rounding out your top 6 in Class A. Tasman Pepper managed to crawl home in 7th place.
Nick Clark took Class B just ahead of Darren Nathan. Adrian Wood in third place with Shark Smith. Holiday Junior and Senior in 5 and 7 with Mile Stewart between them, and Andre CALITZ down in 8th.
Fist-pumping Lyle Ramsay picks up Class C honours. Graham Savage in 2nd, Bat Lady Elke van Vletter in 3rd, Luan Rus in 4th, and Christian de Wet there in 5th place.
Darren Nathan hangs on to a slender lead over Nick Clark in the overall championship, with Valdi Mankies down in 3rd place. Rory Atkinson probably too far away now for him and Tasman Pepper to make any difference to the top 3. Graham Savage with a great day in the saddle, caught up with him in pit lane.
That girl can pedal. But awesome race down in Killarney. The track is fantastic. Our first time down. Comsol was down here 3 years ago. Brought a massive field with us this time. And just massive thanks to our sponsors, Comsol, AT, my personal sponsor, Golvalken, for the awesome day we had.
Super effort from the Laserfish machine of Adrian Wood.
Got a good start off the line, so I managed to get ahead of Darren going into turn 1. Once we got through turn 1, it was pretty much a good race between Nick and I until I actually lost time. Darren managed to get ahead of me again. Then with Darren going into turn 1, I think it was around about lap 7 or so, I actually locked up my rears. So when I locked up my rears, I slid into him. Luckily, I was able to save the car before anything happened. that it was bad. At least I thought I was going to go over. I thought Darren was going with me. But yeah, it was a good race, and I must say it's quite nice to be able to race with these two guys, Nick and Darren. Brilliant drivers, and I must say we're really pushing each other, which is nice.
And a word from Mr. Comsol himself, Ian Stevenson.
Qualifying wasn't so good. Qualified fifth, and then race one, got into third, had a good battle with Valdi and Devin, and blew up my gearbox with 3 laps to go. And that was race one finished, and then race two started from 10th and got up to 4th. So I love Cape Town. Cape Town's a beautiful track. It's always festive. There's always this carnival atmosphere here, so it's really, really a cool place to come. I just wish we'd race it more often.